For more than 2 decades, Dakota Fanning and Elle Fanning have dazzled Hollywood with their immense talent, graceful maturity, and striking on-screen presence. From childhood stardom to adult acclaim, both sisters have independently built careers that are nothing short of iconic. And now, for the very first time in their already extraordinary journeys, they are joining forces, not just as sisters in real life, but as co-stars in one of the most highly anticipated film adaptations of the decade. This is not just a movie. This is a legacy being written in real time. The Fanning sisters are set to lead The Nightingale, a cinematic adaptation of Kristin Hannah's best-selling novel that has touched hearts around the globe. Announced by Sony Pictures on July 22nd in a joint Instagram post shared with the sisters themselves, the film marks a major milestone, not just for Dakota and Elle, but for fans who've dreamed of this powerful collaboration for years. Though they once appeared in the same film, I Am Sam back in 2001, Elle simply portrayed the younger version of Dakota's character, and the two never shared a single scene. That will change forever in The Nightingale, as both sisters take center stage to bring to life a moving tale of love, loss, courage, and sisterhood set against the terrifying backdrop of Nazi-occupied France during World War II. The original novel, The Nightingale, is already a modern classic. It tells the story of two very different sisters, Vianne and Isabelle, who are thrust into unimaginable circumstances as war shatters their homeland and their innocence. Forced to make impossible choices and to discover their strength in the darkest of times, their bond becomes both their salvation and their legacy. It's a story that celebrates the resilience of women, the power of family, and the hidden heroes history often forgets. And who better to embody these roles than two women who know sisterhood better than anyone? Who better to show us the depth of familial love than Dakota and Elle Fanning, two actresses whose real-life bond has inspired fans for years? At 31, Dakota Fanning has already lived a lifetime in front of the camera. Her breakout performance in I Am Sam at the age of 7 catapulted her into superstardom. She followed it with unforgettable roles in Man on Fire, War of the Worlds, Charlotte's Web, and more, becoming a rare example of a child star who seamlessly transitioned into adult roles. Her performances are known for their emotional depth, intelligence, and quiet strength. Meanwhile, her younger sister Elle, now 27, has carved out her own unique place in the industry. From her early days in Because of Winn-Dixie and Phoebe in Wonderland to powerful performances in The Neon Demon, Maleficent, and the Emmy-nominated The Great, Elle has proven time and again that she is a force of nature in her own right. Her expressive eyes, ethereal screen presence, and bold role choices have set her apart, and now the world gets to witness what happens when these two singular talents share the same cinematic space, not in flashback, not in theory, but in reality. What makes this moment even more meaningful is the fact that the Fanning sisters aren't just acting in The Nightingale, they're producing it too. Through their production company, Lewellen Pictures, they're deeply involved in the creative process. They are helping shape the tone, the vision, and the heart of this adaptation. They're not just telling someone else's story, they're telling their story through characters who could not be more thematically aligned with their own lives. The project is also backed by Hello Sunshine, the production company founded by Reese Witherspoon, and the Cantillon Company. It's a true powerhouse team of women-led storytelling, making this not only a must-see movie, but a defining moment in modern cinema. And yet, with all the headlines and all the anticipation, what really moves people about this collaboration is the simple beauty of the bond between Dakota and Elle. Despite growing up in the same industry, walking similar paths in fame, and often being compared by the media, the sisters have never been competitive. In fact, quite the opposite. In an interview with E! News last year, Dakota reflected on their relationship, saying, "We have a very playful relationship, but we're not competitive. We never were growing up." She went on to explain that while they obviously share similarities, their personalities are distinct enough to complement each other rather than clash. "We like different things," she said, "and that makes all the difference." Their mutual admiration is evident whenever they talk about each other, and now that dynamic will finally play out on screen in the most intimate and dramatic of settings. The Nightingale is not just about two sisters in war. It's about two souls shaped by trauma, separated by ideology, and ultimately brought back together by blood and fate. It's about what happens when one sister chooses to protect her family at all costs, while the other chooses to fight for freedom, risking her life for strangers. These are roles that demand nuance, strength, and vulnerability, qualities that both Dakota and Elle possess in abundance. One can already imagine the quiet power in Dakota's voice as she portrays Vianne, the elder sister, trying to hold her world together as it crumbles. Or the fiery determination in Elle's eyes as she becomes Isabel, the rebellious younger sister who refuses to back down in the face of tyranny. These roles were practically made for them, or perhaps they were always destined to find these roles. Filming is set to begin soon, and the film is currently scheduled for release by TriStar Pictures in February 2027. That gives fans plenty of time to read, or reread, the novel, speculate about casting, dream about trailers, and count down the days until this momentous debut hits the screen. The anticipation is already palpable. Film critics, fans, book lovers, and industry insiders alike are eager to see how director Melanie Laurent and the cast will bring the harrowing story to life. But at the heart of it all will be the Fanning sisters, two women whose personal and professional journeys have led to this perfect convergence. For Elle and Dakota, this film represents not just a career milestone, but a personal one. It's a chance to explore a fictional relationship that mirrors, challenges, and celebrates their own. It's a chance to take everything they've learned, every line delivered, every scene filmed, every emotion felt, and pour it into something that is both epic and intimate. And for audiences, it's a rare opportunity to witness something truly special, the real-life bond of two sisters unfolding in a story about survival, hope, and love. In an era where content is abundant and attention spans are short, the Nightingale promises to be something different, something lasting, something profound. With its historical setting, emotional stakes, and unforgettable performances, this film is poised to be one of the defining cinematic events of its generation. And with Dakota and Elle Fanning at its core, it's not just another adaptation, it's a cultural moment. So, whether you've been a fan since the days of I Am Sam, or you're just now discovering the brilliance of the Fanning sisters, this is a story you won't want to miss. Because this isn't just about two actresses finally working together. It's about everything they represent: perseverance,